In this video, we'll be covering how to create a new assessment event notification and how to nominate that AEN to an assessor. So as an RTO user, you'll see the Create button up the top left here. If you click this, you'll be taken to the start of the process. The first thing we need to do is select a class. So let's pick something simple like dogging. We'll select an assessor. In our case, we'll just select our test assessor. An important thing to note about this selection is that for an assessor to appear in this list, they must have an active accreditation, an active high-risk work license, an active alignment with the RTO, and most importantly, an active high-risk work assessor portal account. If they don't have a full combination of these, the validation will stop them from being selected by you. They will appear in the list, but they will be grayed out. In our case, everything's okay, so we'll select the assessor. And now we can go ahead and select our assessment types. Now you can select all three of the knowledge, calculations, and performance assessment types, or if this assessment event needs to be for just knowledge and calculations, only knowledge and calculations can be selected, or any combination of the three. Once you've made your selection, hit save. And at this point, we have a new assessment event notification. You can see up the top that it's a new status, the date that it was created, the RTO, which will be yourselves, the number that it's been assigned, the class, and the assessor. Do note that while it's in new status, you can actually change the assessor if you need to. In new status, you can also change the knowledge calculations performance settings. And the last thing that you can do is add candidates. In the case that this assessment event notification is no longer required, you can go on and you can cancel it. In our case, we'll add some candidates. So after clicking the candidate button, you'll need to perform a search. The basic search is surname, first name, date of birth, or alternatively, if the candidate already exists in the system, you'll need to use the ANN number. So let's put a surname. In this case, we haven't found the candidate with these details, so we'll create a new candidate. You'll see that anything that you use to search is taken to the next step, so you don't have to retype it. Your candidate may or may not have a middle name. If they do, please put the middle name into this field. You'll need to provide a contact number, an email address, a street address, and once you put in the suburb, it will auto-populate your postcode and your state. Once all those details are in there, you can select the submit button, and you'll see that your candidate has been added to the assessment event. Now, an important thing to note is you'll see this candidate is highlighted green. Green means it's been applied to the assessment event, but it hasn't been saved. So if you were to leave this page at this point, you would lose all of this data. To make sure that this candidate stays on this page, select the save button, and you'll see that it changes to white. Once it's white, you know that it's been applied to that assessment event. In this event, if you still need to remove them, you can take them out by hitting the delete button in the bottom right here. Another thing to note about new assessment events is that you can head into the actual candidate details by using the edit button. And once in there, you have access to the candidate information, which you can change while the assessment event is in new status. You can change the contact number, the email address, the street address, the suburb, and associated details. If they are a previous candidate, you'll see previous results. In the event that they have an expiry date due to previous not yet competent results, you'll see those here. And on an individual basis, you can also select the assessment types. So if we wanted this candidate to be just for knowledge and calculations, we could deselect performance, select save, and once we go back, you'll see that you now have no performance and you have just knowledge and calculations. In the event that we want to change performance at an entire assessment event notification level, we can deselect performance. It will apply this to every candidate, and in this case, if we reselect it, it'll be applied to every single candidate. So in the case of our candidate here, you'll note that performance is now back as active and they'll be attending performance. If you make any of those changes, make sure you hit the save button before going any further. Once you're happy with your assessment event and you've added all your candidates, to nominate this to an assessor, you select the nominate button. It'll give you a confirmation. Once you select yes, that assessment event will be nominated to an assessor for planning.